If you force relationship, not good, never good. I was there so many times. Girl, please just accept guys who put in the effort, the energy, who are actually interested, because that would spare you a lot of pain, even if you would push the relationship and it would happen. If he ghosts you, he doesn't want you, and if he appears after some time, he was probably just bored and he wants some company, and you were the first one or the second one or even 10th one who he remembered, so he just texted you randomly. He is not really interested. At the beginning, you are not supposed to feel confused by mixed signals, anxious. This is your body telling you that something is off, but base this off your normal level of anxiety. If you're an anxious person, normally, obviously, you will feel some anxiety. So focus on, are you feeling more anxious than usually? Scared. You should definitely not feel scared in any sort of way. And the fourth one, you are not supposed to feel sad. You are supposed to feel butterflies and happy and be excited about the dates, not sad. Be picky about the guys you are dating or you want to enter a romantic relationship with, because they're gonna be people, family members, friends, who are gonna tell you, you too picky, you have too high standards. Are those people who have the relationship that you would like to have? Would you change places with those people when it comes to their relationship? Because the mistake I did so many times that I was actually taking advices from people who did not have the relationship that I wanted. So that's automatically leading me closer to the way how they have it, not how I want to have it. So if you have high standards, keep it that way. You should have high standards. And if someone who is in an unhappy relationship is giving you advice that you should lower your standards, you know where that is gonna lead you. If he brags about bad habits, like those guys who are just like, oh yeah, I was there in the club last week and I just drank so much, I got so drunk and I couldn't barely that's not a man for you. Like, if he brags about some kind of bad habit and how good he is in it, okay, bravo, bye. Avoid hot and cold men. Man whose action is not aligned with his words. A guy who is not consistent with the signals of interest. Read the book Attached and find yourself a secure attachment guy. While dating, you have to realize that you two are strangers. There has to be obviously the communication that is somehow stable and consistent, but you cannot accept that you're just gonna be phoning and texting all the time. I know that spikes your anxiety. Dating is a very unknown field and you never know how it's gonna evolve, but that's part of it. I have heard this one from Tam Kaur, I think that's how you pronounce her name, things that you should not tell to the person that you are starting to date at the beginning. What your boundaries are, what your standards are, what type of guy you're attracted to, and how you were treated in the past. If you tell those things to someone who you just starting out with, there's a risk that this person is a very good manipulator, and by giving them those information, you're basically giving this person a step-by-step guide how to manipulate you. So don't share, for example, your boundaries or standards. Just observe and see if the person is matching what you're looking for. Don't tell the person, because then it's super easy just to act, and then you're gonna be so mesmerized by the way this guy is treating you, but he is gonna be just playing and manipulating you. If you're not ideal person for the person that you want, that you desire, become better. There has to be balance of self-love and self-acceptance and self-growth. So if you're not there where you want to be, work on yourself. Put in the effort, put in the work on your good habits, build your life, because then you're gonna be more likely to attract the person who you actually want to be with, your dream guy. If you keep attracting the same kind of guy, just in a different body. There is something inside of you that you need to rewrite, deal with, go to therapy, go to coaching with. For example, a very common thing is when women go dating and there's this guy who is acting so nicely and he is a gentleman and he is stable and consistent, the women feel like a spark is missing. It's like, but like we really didn't have the chemistry. But the moment when they enter a relationship with a guy who is treating them like rock, like nothing, he treats them so horribly, they're so in love and they're so enchanted. They're like, oh my god, this is the guy, I feel the chemistry. You know why? Because those kind of behaviors, the neglect, the emotional immaturity, is directly mirroring the pattern that you were taught. Because it's matching what is familiar to you, what you've already experienced. Because maybe you had a parent who was giving you so little love or no love or conditional love, and you had to jump through hoops and you were mistreated and your emotions were not valid. So now you're attracted to this guy who is giving you exactly the same thing. So in order to attract a different partner, you have to deal with those things. I was there so many times. This was actually one of the most painful points for me because I had such a deeply rooted sense that I'm supposed to be treated badly, that I was constantly searching for those guys who were reaffirming this. This was a game changer. When I tackled this one, everything changed.